That would be my name, yes. But you can call me the ultimate entrepreneur. If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene? If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, they did. Are you out of it? That has nothing to do with anything. What? You think the killer was unarmed? Oh, I guess that makes some sense. She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was. All that pain, yet she still managed to fight back? You speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name. What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character? And that thing supporting the bucket? There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach that high? Unless they were abnormally tall, it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door. It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim. Well, technically she is, but let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no? What? I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers. Which we have. What the hell? You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind. What's wrong with that? Is there a second crime scene only you know about? Does that rule her out from committing the murder? So the tournament attendees were affected, yet they left the dining hall? Why not stay put until the power returned? It was a win-win situation. I get Grace out of my hair. She gets me out of hers. The pairings were decided via a game of tic-tac-toe. I wasn't big on my partner being chosen for me, so when the opportunity arose to change that, I took it. I think it's obtuse. Say we assume the best of Grace. She withheld information not to trick anyone, but to protect someone she cares about. What then should we make of the glaring contradiction in her testimony? If your bunking partner was too ill to make the short trek to the dining hall, how did he walk all the way to the boiler room? That's not to say she doesn't know more than she's letting on. Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace? Sounds like he was telling fibs to conceal his actual intentions. Last I recall, cardboard boxes don't generate electricity. Don't waste my time. 2 things. First, destroyed is overly vague. Ulysses explained the state of the generator much better. Charred beyond belief. Second, and more importantly, where's your proof the generator inflicted those burns? Being within range of something counts as proof now, does it? Do you also consider happenstance as conclusive evidence? Funny how the standards shift, if so. While the generator may look suspicious, consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days, in which the generator might have been destroyed. What about the blackout? The building may very well have lost its power at any point before or after the murder. You only assume it happened during it. Not the smartest argument from a supposed ultimate debater. The generator is what we're talking about. No? Do I really need to lay this out? Day 1, we were kidnapped. Day 2, the pharmacy opened. And day 5, today, the murder happened. Day 3, our blackmail was distributed. Day 4, Cassidy and Jet pitched their little tournament. In the period between days 2 and 5, anyone could have destroyed the generator. Is being moronic standard procedure in debate? Or are you really that strapped for an argument? Well, Mark, is this true? Just answer with a yes or no, will you? Our rooms aren't particularly subtle in their theming. Are we supposed to believe yours is any different? What, you're going to be pedantic about the definition of reverse psychology? How on earth did you reach that conclusion? When exactly did they discard the pin? For the 2 who heard the footsteps, describe the sound. Saki, huh? Seems this killer was purposefully trying to keep quiet. Give me a break. The fact you weren't at the tournament is incriminating enough. Did we not already agree the killer was wielding a rolling pin? And yet she still had the guts to head downstairs. To think she could preach about friendship after committing a violent crime. What do you make of the footsteps, then? If they were Diana's, it would imply she escaped the boiler room. How do you suppose she did that? And somehow unscrewed the doorknob without drawing attention to themselves? Unless two entirely different people just so happened to interfere with the boiler room at two entirely separate intervals. The one who locked the door is most likely the one who flipped it, yes? Then you should be wondering the same thing. How did they unscrew the doorknob without catching anyone's attention? You're joking. What's to say she's not faking it? That man attacked you? You mean he had been hallucinating? You're the last person I trust to reach a correct conclusion. How would the killer make him swallow a pill? There was no proof they restrained him. Someone here must be lying. What? So the taser gun isn't the murder weapon? So it can't be proven beyond a reasonable doubt? If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun? That long instrument being? I don't see how weaving a cord into the mix is any more beneficial than leaving it out. If anything, the cord adds extra weight. The killer tied the cord to the security camera, did they? Sounds like something Diana should have seen. How close is close for someone under 6 foot? By? Quite the visual. Cut the cord using what exactly? And where exactly did these scissors come from? You believe the victim set up the murder trap? Exactly which vent is the cord being tied to? Funny. Earlier, you said there's a small vent shaft connecting the boiler room vent to the dining hall vent. Assuming the killer is operating this trap from outside the boiler room, since we know there were only ever 2 people in that room, how would they even be able to reach the boiler room vent? Like you said, there's a separate vent in front of it. Well, all of this certainly changes things. If the killer is someone who needed access to the vent and needed to be operating from the dining hall, then everyone who attended the tournament is a suspect. Seems like someone is lying again. Care to contribute anything, Eva? What then? It unraveled by itself and fell into the water? Her talent would give her the upper hand in all that measurement nonsense. Flexing your mathematical prowess, I see. Do you have any evidence to prove that? We've already established the vent needs to be closed. Stop derailing. She also cried and fled the scene after we found out, no? Any reason you didn't tell us this earlier? Not even when he refused to come forward about it? Depends who you mean by we. There's no need to be completely sure if no one else can be suspected. Funnily enough, the killer was going to be needed in the dining hall very shortly. Their intentions were threefold. Create an alibi, hide the vent with a piece of furniture, and then open the vent in secret. After which, they'd return to the boiler room and suspend the battery over the generator. Save the angsting for later, will you? Although, many call me the ultimate entrepreneur. Origins aside, it's one good title. That's not right. Oof. Welp. Nope. Oh, really? Now. Come on. Something is wrong. Honestly? Let me see. I can make this work. How should I do this? Wow. What the? Give me a break. Somebody explain. Sheesh. Stop talking so loud. What do you know? You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? Maybe honestly. What can I say? Not bad. Love it. Phew, you can't keep me down. Well, yes. I didn't know you had it in you. Huh? I'm not understanding. What's going on? Nasty. You're so... Seriously? Shocking. What a joke. I wouldn't do that. No, just... no. That's... Maybe I was... wrong. There's no way.